Hi, my name is Greg Aten, and the United States Coaches Association asked me to speak to you today about my sports background as a coach and a player in sports all throughout my life. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up with a family of 5 boys, and with 5 boys you play a lot of sports. So I spent my entire younger youth playing all sports, from basketball, baseball, tennis, track and field, and participated in all of those, and encourage all of you to play every sport. And even though I'm a tennis professional, I did spend a lot of time participating in every sport there is. I think they all help you as a player and as a person. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the people in my life that mentored me throughout my career in sports. First of all, my dad coached all of my teams, from basketball, baseball, and even got me started in the sport of tennis. Throughout my life, he was a very instrumental person in really creating all of the lifetime goals and setting my stage in sports for me as a mentor and as a father figure. I also had very many coaches in my lifetime that played a real big key as far as teaching me discipline and the right work ethic as far as a coach and a player and a leader on all of the sports teams that I participated in. They've all influenced me in different ways throughout my life. And as a father, my dad was a coach of all of my teams, like I said, and I have also been able to do that. And it's been one of my great achievements in life, is to be able to take the time and spend those moments with my kids, being a coach and teaching them the things that my father taught me along the way through all of the sports that I played. I also have had coaches that have influenced me the same way, and the discipline and the work ethic, all of the things that I've been instilled in my lifetime through all of the goals and accomplishments that I've tried to achieve as a young player playing sports. It's also been the same goals that I've also tried to achieve as a professional and as a businessman throughout my career in tennis. Believe it or not, I kind of have a Michael Jordan story. I actually became a tennis player by getting cut from my first tennis team that I ever tried out to play on. When I was 12 years old, I tried to go into the Parks and Recreation department and play on just a summer recreation team, and all of the boys that I played baseball with were on this same team, and I thought, if they can do it, I can do it. And I tried out, and was not fortunate enough to make the team, but it did inspire me through all of the things that I learned through my life. You know, this is one part of failure that taught me how to work harder, how to go put the time in that I hadn't put into the game before that point. And so I went out and spent a lot of times in the park and recreation. That's where I started the game, hitting on the backboards, hitting on my garage door, and just spending a lot of time and effort putting into the game. And it did pay off later when I ended up playing on the high school tennis team ahead of a lot of the same kids that beat me out earlier in my life. So throughout my high school career, I played first singles and got to play a lot of really good competition. And through that, I ended up receiving a college scholarship, which was an honor. My dad today still says that he got a raise that day, and it was an exciting part of my life. So from that experience and being a leader on the team, being selected as a captain, and taking those things with me, I then was asked to be a tennis professional right out of college. I thought that would be a fun thing for me to do. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I'm going to do that until I actually find a profession or a job that I can get into full time. Well, here I am today, still being a tennis professional. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Gotten now into the managerial role of a club, and it's been a great stepping stone all the way through from my high school days through college, and then now into the professional level. One of the things is, starting as a tennis professional right out of college, I tried to get into involvement with every aspect of tennis that there is, and one of them was the USPTA. I was certified by the USPTA as a P1, and also was very involved in finding out all of the things that my club could get involved in through the United States Tennis Association. So I was involved at our district level as a board member of the USTA, ended up accomplishing and getting a chance to be president of our district association, and moved on and really was able to grow programs and bring all of the activities that the USTA and the USPTA instill in tennis. And that was one thing that enabled me to run into a lot of the peers and the other professionals out there throughout the nation really that teach tennis, and we're able to share ideas and share things that we have in common with our clubs. Those ideas have made me a better person. I've been able to share some of my background with them. They were sharing some of their background with me. Through those things, they've all helped our clubs grow and get to where they are today. One thing that I can share with all of you that has been a very big factor in my successes as a coach is that I do spend a lot of time not just teaching on court, but also taking the time to make the phone calls, to watch tournament play, to be there when they're playing match play, and actually be a friend and a coach as far as on-court competition is concerned in all of their lives. In that capacity, the feedback that you can give to them on a daily basis and the talking with parents about their children and what they need next. I talked before about how my father was instrumental in my tennis career, and not only just that, my sports career. Parents today are very involved in all of the young athletes' lives, and so as coaches, we need to work hand in hand with them in what we do every day with the children. So as you move forward and you're a coach and looking forward to working with an individual, also know that the parents are going to be a big part of that team. So as a parent, coach, and a student, you all three are working together daily to make that child and that student get better at what they do. And you need to also be able to communicate with them and tell them what you're doing and what the next step is for them. Maybe even in a process of teaching them about tournaments or teaching them about practicing harder, or what their practices should instill in them. One thing as a coach that you need to be able to do is to earn respect from your students. One way you earn respect is through a lot of hard work. It's all led by example. So spending the time and taking the effort and doing the little things that it takes in life to be a person that is respected as a coach, it goes a long way with all of your students as well as your parents. There are things that you can do education-wise. There are things that you can do just out hustling your opponent and your competitor in this business that will go a long way with some of the students that you teach on a daily basis. My name's Greg Aten, and I'm proud to contribute with the United States Coaches Association. I'd like to wish all of you coaches out there the best of luck.